Hey everyone, welcome back to Hills and Haulers Homestead. It's Mike again. I just fed the pigs. Pee-wee's getting his munch on over there. So I came out here and I spent about 2 hours on the John Deere today with the box blade. And I decided to do a little bit more than what I'd originally planned. And I do that often. My mind changes almost as bad as the weather, but which by the way is 80 degrees today, a little breezy, much more tolerable temperatures, but still dry and no chance of rain, at least for the next, I think I went until June 12th. I think June 12th is the absolute next possible day that we're going to get any rain. And it's only like 50% and falling at this point. So I'll give you perspective here. So this is the mess pile here. There's a bunch of stumps and stuff left in here from where I'd originally cleared all this out of here years ago. And I've just burned on it over the years. That's why there's some old pallets and stuff here. So this is where I brought the new line up for the whole bottom paddock where the girls were originally going to go. So it's not live. I don't have it tied in. Now this is the paddock here, or the pen. And this whole area here, I've never used. I don't know why I did it like this. My mind, just crazy. So what I'm thinking now at this point is, why do I even have this up here? Well, there's a gate right there. That's where the pigs come in and out into this paddock. And Pee-wee still has yet to come out that gate. That boy will not break that gate, and it's completely wide open. So he won't break it. So I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm going, do I really want to do this? Why do I have this little area fenced in when I can actually take that out, start pulling posts, bring all this down through here this way, and just open this up and keep this fence where it's at, but just bring it right up here to the corner and tie in right here. And that way this is open to that pen and also in this area here. So take the panels down here and just put like a panel across here. Still a work in progress, or still a thought in progress, we'll put it to you that way. I'll definitely have to get my wife out here because she's more of a rational thinker than I am. I see something and I'm like, okay, yeah, we can change that, but then I'm, okay, how do I change it? Got to get a different perspective every once in a while. And believe me when I tell you, my wife is much more realistic when it comes to things like that. I'll look at something and say, oh yeah, we can do this. And she can come up with something a whole lot easier and a whole lot more simple. Okay, anyways, I've divulged my secrets. All right, so anyways, so now the plan is of course extending this off down through here, out and around, coming back down, and making this the whole farrowing paddock. And I can do that if I start my panels. Like I said, if I panel this side off right here, right across here, leave this open now to the other to the pin, and then run panels from here down to that corner, and then just keep going. That way, this becomes a farrowing pin all the way down through here. I know it probably got you guys confused already, but here's the idea: is remove these panels right through here and just put a panel across here. And now this, take the fence out here, and all of this becomes now usable pasture for the pigs. Like Pee-wee, or when I wean the pigs, they can have access to this area now. Confused you enough yet? So anyways, what I'll do is I'll panel this off here, and then we'll just start setting panels from here all the way down the line and up across like that, and then back around to this corner up here at the top right there. And this is now all the farrowing pen. I have the farrowing shelters right here once I get this stuff out of here, and this becomes a nice shaded area, plenty of sun on one side of it depending on the time of the day, good shade, good brush and stuff to get involved in. All right, so from this perspective, this is the top corner. I was just down there. So this is the top corner. We're going to go right out through here with our panels to make this the new farrowing pen. I showed you this yesterday, but now it's a lot more clear because I spent, like I said, 2 hours out here with the tractor today, and I really got a lot of work done. So this is the area I showed yesterday's video where I was going to cut down through and then take it right down to there and then right back up and tie it all in. Now they've got brushy, grassy areas with some good shade and stuff in here, A little good area to root and everything like that. They have their shelters. The piglets can come out in here and they can play and root and get in the shade. So all this is done. Now, well, this will be done. This is where we're going to build the paddock out too. So this now, several years ago, after I first bought this place, you couldn't even get a four-wheeler through here. This was just a mountain. It was a huge wall of just brush and trees all the way down through here. And for me to be able to get to the next field out where the chickens are, I had to cut a bunch of trees out of here and pretty much dig a new road through here. And all those trees I cut out, all the stumps and stuff that I dug out are right there in that pile, and I've just burned on them over the years. So let me show you what I did through here. I went ahead and just went for it and said, okay, let's look at this. So I took all the extra dirt because it had burned up over the years from where I'd cut all this, and right there, I just made a big opening right down through there to the lower end. Now stay with me here. This is a crabapple tree. I inadvertently knocked it over. I didn't mean to, but I did. It wasn't very stable to begin with. I usually leave crabapple trees for deer and other critters, but I bumped into that one and it just fell over. So firewood. All right, show you this way. Now, come down through here. All this heavily overgrown, lots of grapevine in here, lots of stuff. All kinds of nasty invasive stuff. It's thick and just a pain in the butt. All right, some more multiflora rose. That tree right there is a fleshy hawthorn. Come on out through here. Now the chickens are out here. Yeah, come down around a turn here. Now if I bring my fence and go ahead, and I'm going to run electric, go ahead and run my electric fence down around through here and come down, I can just kind of tie in. Look at all this. Look at all that nastiness that I know pigs will tear into. And this is the new paddock that we've been working on to move the girls into anyways. And it just, this whole lower end down here. So I can actually, now that I've looked at this and decided to do what I did, turn right around and just pretty much bring this whole line back down this way to about right here, and then just take it right back up and around and tie in at the top side. Now the good thing about this is when we get rain, which isn't very often anymore, this area holds a lot of moisture, so it stays pretty damp in here. And with the heavy underbrush and the trees and everything, this is really good and shaded for them. So they have a lot of shade in here. They have a lot of new area to work and root in and clean out. It extends my land, it extends the use of my land to get them in here to help clear this out, because this would be really nice if it was opened up. I get them in here and get this opened up a little better where I can come in here and work it around a little bit more and open it up. Man, I got a bunch of fruit trees I can bring out here. I got a bunch of persimmon trees and pawpaw and a bunch of apple. And I mean, just pear, all kinds of stuff that I've sprouted and grown over the years. And I can bring them out here and get them in this area. All right. So this puts everything into perspective, because the new paddock for Boris and Pee-wee across the road right there will encompass all of that up there and around and back up, clear up the hill and back around like that. And I know, follow my finger here, and down to the corner, the top corner of the current paddock that they're in. So this centralizes everything. This gives me access. If I need to come down here, I can come right down through here. That way I don't have to go all the way around. I know it's a terrible distance. But having access between your paddocks is a good thing, because I can get them in here, or I can get in here and I can put water or feed right here, or water and feed right up there, and it's here. It's easily accessible. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably put it right up there because it's easily accessible from the road. I can pull right up there and, you know, feed them right there and put their water in their trough right there and be done with it. So it centralizes everything, keeps my lower paddock, upper paddock, and top paddock all in this one area here. So it's not like a wagon wheel spoked system, but it's I don't even know what kind of shape you would want to even apply to it. But it's a shape nonetheless, because it will allow me to centralize everything. I can drive right through between my paddocks, and when I want to move my pigs between my paddocks, all I do is close the road off and run them from one paddock to the next. And pigs, while they're not bad, I mean, I don't see, I've not had issues moving them yet, so I'm not worried about that in the future. But this allows, and I mean, this is some really heavy thick stuff, and they can get in here, and I know they'll get in here and work their magic. Getting in here and clearing and working this out, of course, like I said, it makes this more usable land. I mean, if I've got all this right here behind me that I can't use, there's no use of it for me. And if I can get them in here, it feeds them, they do the work. I can follow through. If we ever get the lambs, I can follow through with the lambs behind them, give them about a month after move the pigs out, bring the lambs in behind them, and I can keep that rotation going. They can keep all of this ate down, they can keep all of this opened up and get things moving. And hey, that's how you get the animals to work for you, and no diesel required. And we know that that's expensive enough, as is everything else, but that allows me to make use of land that I'm not currently using, because at this point it's pretty much unusable. And I know this, you did this in 2 hours, you know, why can't you get in here and clear this out? Well, there's a bunch of big old tree stumps in there that I can't get into to clear out. And I come running down through there with the tractor and hit some of them tree stumps, you know, you're in a lot of trouble. You could tear something off the bottom of your tractor, do anything. And I don't want to do that. I would much rather let animals feed and do their thing in here, and then come in behind them with more animals and then do the machinery part of it if I have to. And it makes more sense, makes more use of the land, and it's more friendly to the land, if that makes sense to you, as opposed to this. But this needed opened up anyways. Like I said, it just gives me an access in between, gives the pigs access, easier access to move, because if you just put them in an area like this all the time, they have to have an area where they can get in where it's open. Sometimes they do like to lay in the sun, sometimes they don't. So while that does centralize everything, it makes things a lot easier for me as well. And as I can do, I mean, we could honestly, honest to goodness, we could build this paddock in a day. This new farrowing pen, we can have that fenced in a day. And let me turn so the sun's not in your face like it is mine. So we could do that paddock in a day, or that farrowing pen in a day, have that knocked out, and then just come right off of it with 2 or 3 strands of electric fence. I'll do 2 strands, just come right around and get right down through there. And I thought about maybe even getting electric netting and just using it to tie that in, but that stuff's so expensive. It's $130 for a 100-foot roll, and you know, I don't want to spend that kind of money when I've already got a bunch of T-posts, a bunch of step-in posts, and a bunch of electrical wire. So I'll just use it like that. And that is how you do it. At least that's how I did it. So, you know, as you get out here and perspective changes, completely changes. Like I said, I had no plans of doing that down there until I got that done. And as I started pulling some dirt back up from there, I thought, you know what? Go for it. And I just went for it. So that's the plan now. It's going to change. Probably this whole section here will come out for the farrowing pen. Panels will probably go against that side to extend this pen and to have the backer of the farrowing pen, and we'll build from there. So I just wanted to show you guys, I just wanted to show you guys that and just kind of share that with you, because that's how easy things change. That's how easy it is to look at one thing and then have a plan and then change on the fly, because like I said, there's no reason to let that just continue to overgrow like that and it not be usable land. So it'll feed the animals and it'll help us. And that's it. I've fed the pigs. I'm going to go out about 6 o'clock and move the chickens and feed them again. And then I got to take care of the rest of the critters now. So that'll be it for the day. Y'all get and stay prepared, stay free, take care, and God bless y'all.